About a month ago, I put together a short featuring a list of girl groups who'd gone viral in 2023 so far, and 50/50 was amongst that collection. On November 18th, 2022, when they randomly dropped their debut Higher, it literally felt like they had just appeared into existence out of nowhere and have since decided to let everyone in the industry know that they're here. And I sincerely hope that they intend to stay. After charting pretty much nowhere at debut, to suddenly out-charting heavy hitters like New Jeans on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, these ladies have become the epitome of proof that sometimes smaller groups with fewer connections truly can carve out a place for themselves with just talent and some damn good music. I'd first come to discover 50/50 one random day while scrolling through Reddit and finding their names popping up here and there. Though at the time, I'd had no real interest into looking into them any further. As I've said before, I tend to stay away from smaller groups, and this is mostly for my own mental soundness. But when one of these Reddit users mentioned how easily 50/50 reminded them of a 4th gen mama move from just their vocals alone, I was intrigued. As much as I love me some easy listening, sugary sweet pop songs from groups who aren't exactly the most vocally talented, and no, I'm not going to name any names, I must admit that I've missed the eras when vocals were put on heavy display, when main vocalists were allowed to just belt their hearts out. I miss my Yujus, my Solars, my Taeyons, and my Sojis. And yes, I know that vocals aren't everything, but damn. Sometimes I wonder, what happened to the days when they meant anything at all? 4th Gen is full of some very beautiful and charismatic idols who can definitely work a stage like Rent is due on Tuesday, but very few of them have shown a lot of vocal prowess. And I wish that we'd spotlight more idols whose diets actually consisted of nothing but CDs. And no, I'm not shaming any 4th Gen idols that you're looking at on the screen right now. This is nothing but some random B-roll that I put up to keep you from having to look at nothing but a black screen while I talk at you. Anyway, we're getting off topic now. Let's get back to 50/50. After hearing of their glorious vocals, I knew that the rest of my evening would be spent going down a rabbit hole. And so, as with any group that I eventually come to stan, I went on to search for info about these ladies, but to my surprise, upon Googling them, I found nothing. Very little information about their company even existed. There was no Wikipedia page for the girls, no Spotify, no subreddit, no K-profile page. Hell, I couldn't even find the members' names. The only proof that I had that this group even existed at the time was this single picture on the company website. So I resorted to YouTube, assuming that they had to have released some music, right? How else would people be raving over these legendary vocals if there was no music? And finally, I came across this little gem called Loving Me. And my God, was this song one of the most beautiful things I've ever had the pleasure of hearing. It was as if Aran had opened her mouth and somehow ended world hunger. Okay, let me stop. My point is that Miss Ma'am has one of the most beautiful voices in K-pop for me. I had to go ahead and put her on the mantle with my other favorite female vocalists, right next to Minnie from Idol, Liz from IVE, and Lily from NMIX. From there, I had to track down the rest of their music, and was genuinely upset when they only had 3 other songs. Overall, the debut was pretty solid. Higher was like a bed of pillows, a beautiful mid-tempo bop that was impossible for me to not smile at. Tell Me was a retro dance track that complemented Higher's sweet, feel-good concept perfectly. And Lovin' Me was one of the best B-sides of 2022. And Log On was unfortunately the only song that didn't fully grow on me, mainly because I didn't feel like it fit in with the rest of the album. You had 3 softer, sweeter, feel-good anthems next to a hyper-energetic girl crush techno song, and I really felt like their greatest strength as a group was their softer, purer image. Seo and Adan's lighter and more sultry voices really glide like butter when set against the backdrop of sweeter instrumentals. Saina and Kina's sassier rap flows perfectly contrast against brighter beats as well. It's this brighter, softer concept and those heavenly vocals that truly allowed them to stand out against their peers. Not only their music, the girls themselves also managed to reel me in. Their wholesome group dynamic is some of the best chemistry I've seen in a girl group since Le Seraphim. Now, I don't know how long any of them trained or how long they've known each other. I've only recently just begun delving into their variety content, but the girls all seem so natural and sweet with each other. And Saina is just so damn witty in such a chill way that she's managed to get more than a couple genuine ugly cackles out of me. I haven't been into the group long enough to pick a bias, but she's definitely on the short list from just her personality alone. All in all, I foresee a bright future for these ladies and pray for the love of God that their company doesn't fuck it up. I say it all the time, how easy it is for a smaller group to just dissipate without warning. And with a company this new in the game, the odds of it all going tits up are far too high for my personal liking. But for now, I'll happily dip my toe into the 50-50 waters.
I gave a second chance to kill them.